We do expect quite a robust and resilient growth in Indonesian consumer spending in 2020. This year, we expect real consumer spending growth to be about 4% year on year. And one factor of the medium term that will really help to boost consumer spending in Indonesia is that we think sustained strong growth over the next decade will boost the per capita GDP of Indonesia from around $4,500 this year to around $11,000 by 2030. So that's a huge increase in the consumer market size of Indonesia. And it means that Indonesia will be one of the fastest growing consumer markets in the world in the next decade ahead. So this is a very exciting outcome. Indonesia becoming upper middle income country within one decade. The market of Indonesia will be one of the biggest emerging market consumer markets in the world. So,
No, on policy framework, it's been our major discussion lately, the biggest homework for Indonesia as well, making the fiscal and monetary policy going hand on hand to anticipate obstacles and challenges in 2020. What is your take on our policy regarding either fiscal and monetary?
I think the monetary policy settings are very sound, and obviously we've seen some substantial rate cuts during 2019 from Bank Indonesia, which will continue to boost consumer spending and investment during 2020. And also inflation pressures at the moment are still very low, only 3% inflation rate at the moment for CPI. Of course, the risk is if there's an oil price shock, it could push up the CPI. But if oil prices hold on where they are now, then it does mean Bank Indonesia has some leeway for further rate cuts. So that could also help to boost overall growth momentum in 2020. And on the fiscal policy side, we also see that the strength of infrastructure spending programs will continue to help investment. There's obviously many large-scale infrastructure projects ahead. And this last year's budget for 2020 did also provide some fiscal buffer, some contingency buffer to allow for unexpected shocks. So that also gives some leeway for the government to react to unexpected global developments to mitigate risk. So I think overall, the fiscal position of Indonesia is one of the big strengths of Indonesia compared to other developing countries. Government debt to GDP ratio in Indonesia is extremely low by global standards, about half the level of OECD average. And also the fiscal deficit as a share of GDP is also very moderate by international standards. So the fiscal position of Indonesia is one of the big macroeconomic strengths.